Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, there is a Barnes & Noble 50% off Criterion Collection sale going on right now, I think until December the 2nd. I love the sale because it takes a little bit, it's a whole month, so you can pick, new films that you might be interested in and purchase them from Barnes & Noble. It's great to support a store like Barnes & Noble, which actually someone just recently sent me some news that Barnes & Noble apparently going to be opening up some more stores this year, which is also great news. So my wife and I love to go to Barnes & Noble for the books and the movies, and so I thought I would share a few more Criterion Collection picks for you if you're interested in the 50% off sale. Some of these I've talked about on the channel before, but some of them I haven't, and this first one is a George Stevens movie starring Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy called Woman of the Year. I just love this one, and some of these also that I'm going to show you today I've been thinking about rewatching, and this is one of them certainly. This is spine number 867. It's a film from 1942. I just love Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, the chemistry between the two of them. I think my mom originally introduced me to Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy films, and I've been a fan for so many years. You can see this beautiful picture of them on the inside, along with the Blu-ray. These are all Blu-rays too, by the way, but Woman of the Year, highly recommend this one, especially if you're a fan of Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Next up, I have a movie I have talked about a little bit on the channel before, a film by Claudia Weil called Girlfriends. I really like this one, a small independent movie, one of my favorites from 1978. It is spine number 1055, and there's the back of that one also. I just love this one. I love the independent feel of the movie. Obviously, it is an independent movie. There's new interviews on here too. Obviously, you can see the all the extra features that are listed here. I generally will. I just love the extra features on these Criterion releases. I can't say enough good things about them. There's a new interview with the director, new interview with the director and actors Melanie Mayron. Christopher Guest is also in this, has a role in this, and Bob Balaban. There's a new interview with the screenwriter Vicky Polon, new interview with Weil and writer and filmmaker Joey Soloway, and much more. Also, Joyce at 34, a 1972 short film, and also Commuters, a 1970 short film. So you get some short films with this release also, and there's the inside of it. Really good friendship story. I'll just read a little bit of the back. When her best friend and roommate abruptly moves out to get married, Susan, played by Melanie Mayron, trying to be an artist while making ends meet as a bar mitzvah photographer on Manhattan's Upper West Side. So lots of New York in this movie. Love that. And speaking of New York too, I'll just go through my stack here and mention one. I think I've talked about this one before too, a little bit on the channel, but one of my favorites, Frances Ha, speaking of New York, I just really like this one also. This is spine number 681, and it is a film from 2013. Greta Gerwig is radiant as Frances, a woman in her late 20s in contemporary New York, trying to sort out her ambitions, her finances, and above all, her intimate but shifting bond with her best friend. So again, really great, directed by Noah Baumbach, and there's the back of that one too. Again, lots of extra features on these. Highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it. One of my favorites. There's a new conversation also between filmmaker Peter Bogdanovich and Noah Baumbach, which is great to see. New conversation between actor and filmmaker Sarah Polley, one of my favorites also, and the film's co-writer and star. So again, lots of extras on this. Here, let's just open this one up too, and you can see the inside of it. Beautifully done. And there's the inside of that one, which is really great. Another one that I may have talked about a little bit on the channel. I'm a big fan of Ingmar Bergman, and this is one, this is a really kind of a contemporary love story, I think, called Bergman Island. I think this is really a hidden gem. It's a really great film. This one is a film from 2021, a more recent one, spine number 1170. And writer-director Maya Hansen-Løve embarks on a luminous summertime odyssey to the home of Ingmar Bergman. So you get to see Bergman Island, which is great. Her seventh feature, a graceful, shape-shifting tale about the interplay of life and art and the ways in which stories are born. In search of inspiration for their current filmmaking projects, Chris and her partner travel to the remote island of Faro, Sweden, where Bergman lived and worked for decades. So I love this one. It's a great story about art and love. and it's one of my favorites, and really not really that talked about, I don't think, either. So lots of great interviews on this one. There's a short film on this one also called Bergman's Ghosts. So again, you get some extras on that. One of my other favorites, which I recently saw within the last few months or so, I believe, this is a movie called An Unmarried Woman, directed by Paul Mazursky. What a great film this is, starring Jill Clayburgh. This is a film from 1978, and it is spy number 1032 from the Criterion Collection. Again, lots of extra features on this. I remember seeing this film in the 70s and really enjoying it. Jill Clayburgh is absolutely amazing in it. Oscar-nominated Jill Clayburgh, in her defining role, finds herself alone and adrift, but also freshly empowered to explore her needs and desires as she tests the waters of a new relationship with a charismatic artist. Special features on this too, an audio commentary featuring the director and Jill Clayburgh. It's really about one woman's journey of self-discovery, An Unmarried Woman. I really love this film, highly recommend it, and of course available for 50% off in the Criterion sale. This one I've talked about a lot on the channel, but any chance I have a chance to talk about this one, or anytime I have a chance to talk about this one, I love it. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I just love how beautiful this movie looks. It looks amazing. This is spy number 1034 from the Criterion Collection and is a film from 2019. Just looking at the back a little bit here too. Passion brews quietly between an artist and her subject until together they create a space in which it can briefly flourish in this sumptuous 18th century romance from Céline Sciamma, one of contemporary French cinema's most acclaimed auteurs. So this is a beautiful film. Highly recommend it, and I'm so happy that I have it in my collection because it's beautiful to watch. There's a new conversation here between the director and film critic Dana Stevens. New interviews as well. Lots of extras on this one, and look at the beautiful artwork on the inside of that. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, really great. From one of my favorite directors of all time, I think, is Kelly Reichardt, and I've talked about so many of her films on the channel, but this is one maybe I haven't talked about enough, and it is a film called Certain Women. And it is a film from 2016, spy number 893. This stars Laura Dern, Kristen Stewart with an amazing performance, Michelle Williams, a frequent collaborator of Kelly Reichardt and Lily Gladstone. And I'll just read a little bit of the back of this. The expanses of the American West take center stage in this intimately observed triptych from Kelly Reichardt, adapted from three stories by Maile Malloy, and unfolding in self-contained but interlocking episodes. Certain Women navigates the subtle shifts in personal desire and social expectation that unsettle the circumscribed lives of its characters. I love this film. I love Kelly Reichardt. I think she's an amazing director. If you get a chance to see any of her films, I highly recommend it. Old Joy, River of Grass, Wendy and Lucy. These are not films in the Criterion Collection, but I wish they would be. There's lots of extra interviews here too. There's also a new interview with Reichardt and executive producer Todd Haynes, which is very good, and a new interview with Maile Malloy, author of the stories on which the film is based. So, highly recommend this one. Finally, the 50% off sale is a great time to pick up a box set, and this is one I don't believe I talked too much about, and I've been considering rewatching it. It is the Three Colors set from Krzysztof Kieslowski. And there is the beautiful, I think there's been another re-release on this, a 4K set if I'm not mistaken, but feel free to correct me in the comments. This is the Blu-ray set. I'm not planning to upgrade this one at all, but it has all of the three films. I would have to say, for me personally, Blue is my favorite of the trilogy. A lot of people like Red. Red is also great too. These films are from 1993 and 1994. Blue is from 1993, White from 1993, and Red from 1994. And they're fairly short, 98 minutes for Blue, 91 minutes for White, 99 minutes for Red. Again, I'll read a little bit of the back. You can see all the extra features on these too, which is amazing to see. But what a perfect time to pick up a box set during a sale. The boldly cinematic trio of stories about love and loss from Krzysztof Kieslowski, was a defining event of the art house movement of the 1990s. The films are named for the colors of the French flag and stand for the tenets of the French Revolution: liberty, equality, and fraternity, but that hardly begins to explain their enigmatic beauty and rich humanity. So, set in Paris, Warsaw, and Geneva, ranging from tragedy to comedy, blue, white, and red, examine with artistic clarity a group of ambiguously interconnected people experiencing profound personal disruptions. I love this box set, and it's amazing to see. And again, blue is my favorite for some reason. I'll have to rewatch. When I rewatch, I might share some thoughts on it. But the last I remembered it, blue was really good. This one also has a booklet in it. You have the 3 films, and then you've got a booklet in here too, which don't think I'm going to be able to get out maybe for this video, but there it is right there. And these are all separate spine numbers: 588, 589, and 590. And again, these films are from the 90s. So those are just a few more recommendations for the Barnes & Noble 50% off Criterion Collection sale happening this month from 11/1 actually to 12/2. I have a few more titles maybe that I'll pick up. I did pick up a few during the flash sale, but let me know in the comments below if you plan to participate in the sale, if you have any movies that are of interest, or maybe you've already picked up some things. I'm hoping that we'll take another trip to Barnes & Noble this month to pick up a few more things, but I'd be very interested to know what some of your favorites are in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching this video today. If you like this video, click on like, and if this is your first video on the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be great. I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.